Good morning to you. It's just before 9 o'clock. In fact, it's a minute to 9. This Monday morning, February 24th. And I hope I find you well, and I hope you've had a good weekend. There you are. I've just got a couple of quick things to say. It sounds very morbid, this already. I've said to myself, however you say this, it's going to sound morbid. Just a couple of things I want to say. I would have written this down in the past. I would have put an article on the website, or I would have posted something on social media and left it at that. But I wanted to make a video, and maybe by making the video like this, maybe you'll hear what I'm saying, and I'll be able to assure you of what I'm taking a little bit of time out from the radio show as of now. Why? The upshot of it is I'm not well, and I've not been well for a while, and I'm dealing with an illness that I suppose from the outset I better say is not terminal or anything like terminal. I know how things fly around the interweb, and people get excited about things, but I've not been well since coming back after Christmas, and it's not going away. I've had blood tests, I've had cardiograms, I've had x-rays, I've had it all, and they're continuing. I'll be having more tests this week. Took a bit ill yesterday after Sunday View. I felt great yesterday morning, I was in great form, and I struggled pretty bad yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening, and I've taken some advice, and I've got to stop working in the short term. For how long? For a week? For a couple of weeks? For 10 days? For 3 weeks? I have no idea. But I need to stop. And I feel pretty bad about that for a number of reasons. One, I've worked hard every single day of my life, and I work pretty ferociously and intensely on the radio show and the live streams, doing the job of several people, as you know, and I don't do well when I'm not doing it, if you understand what I mean by that. But I've got to stop. It's not the end for the radio show. That's why I said I'd make a video rather than write it down. I don't want anybody reading anything into it that I'm just going to go away now and that the radio show is going to stop. It's not. As much as I love the radio show, as I do, it's also my livelihood. It's my livelihood. And that's why it doesn't sit well with me either, taking a bit of time off. Ask anybody who's self-employed. It's not good, and it's a worrying time when you have to take a bit of time off. The radio show's not going anywhere, but I need to take some time out to look after myself, and I've got to do that. And I know, and again, I'm just going to forget the false modesty and forget modesty, because I'm neither modest nor immodest. I fit somewhere in between, really. I'm not modest, I'm not immodest. I'm not a braggart, I'm not somebody who brags or boasts. But I know that the radio show means a lot to people. And it means a lot to certain people who it's a help to them. It's important for them in their afternoon. It's a constant for them that it's there. And that's another reason why it doesn't sit too easy with me taking a bit of time out. But I've got to do it. I mean, today is the 55th day of the year, I think. I've done 50 live shows so far this year. It's insane. And over 2,200 shows since October or September 2014. And I've loved every minute of it. And I do love every minute of it. But it's taken a bit of a toll on my health personally. You know, I've had friends who work in naturopathic healing and homeopathic healing and alternative healing, people I value very highly. And they've said, Richie, you have adrenal burnout, Richie, you have adrenal fatigue, Richie. And maybe they're right. We'll find out, we'll get to the bottom of it. But I've struggled pretty bad this year, and I've had this horrendous lung infection that just won't fucking go away. And I thought I'd kicked it in the arse last week, but it's come back in spades over the weekend. And I'm a bit fed up about it. But what are you going to do? So I said I'd make this video rather than write it down. I could write it down, I could be very eloquent, but maybe you'll understand. So there you are, really. I didn't want this to sound depressing, but maybe it does. But I'm just going to go away for a bit, and I'm going to get myself right. And it won't be too long, and I'll be back. And I'll be back with the radio show as usual. And I'll do the live streams as usual, but I need to go away and sort myself out. And that's really all I have to say about that, really. And if it's upset you to hear that, I'm sorry about it. I'm not going to be around, and I'm not going to be contactable. I'm not going to have any presence on social media. I'm not going to have any presence on Twitter. I'm not going to be putting anything out. I'm just going to shut down basically for a little while. And for close friends and for family, there's nothing to worry about. I don't have any terminal illness. I'm unwell and I've got a chronic illness to deal with. That's what it is. And it can be dealt with. And I'm going to deal with it. And then I'll be back. So there you are. Okay? Right. This is why you make bullet points before making videos like this, you see. This is why you make or write scripts, so that you don't repeat yourself over and over and over again, and you don't get muddled in your thinking. But I'm going to repeat myself before I go. The radio show is not going anywhere. I just need a bit of time off. I had a few days off the week before last. I came back. I shouldn't have come back, but I did last week. I did a week of shows last week and Sunday View yesterday. But I need to take a bit of time out now. That's all. And this looks very miserable, this, doesn't it? It looks and probably sounds very miserable, but I'm not miserable or depressed at all. There's just no other way of telling you. I could come on all smiles, but that wouldn't work either, would it? So I'm taking some time out to get myself right, to get myself better. I won't be away that long. I can't put a time limit on it because I don't know. I won't be contactable, not because I don't want to talk to you, but I need to just go away. And fourth, I'll be back. I'll be back sooner than you know. Back to normal with the radio show, Monday to Thursday and Sunday View and some newspaper streams and all of that. It'll be back. All right? Okay. To those of you who make a regular contribution to the radio show, you might be thinking twice about that. You might want to suspend that. Of course. Absolutely. It's only a tiny percentage of the audience. As a whole, that makes a contribution to the programme. That's the way it's always been. Not just for me, but for anybody who is crowdsourced or crowdfunded, as I am. Although the show's never been behind a firewall or a paywall. Nobody's ever had to pay for the show. But some of you have been very kind over the years to contribute to it. And I hope that you will continue to. But maybe you'll want to think about that in the next few weeks. I don't know. A few days, week, 10 days, 2 weeks, who knows. So there you are. I'm going to go away, get myself sorted. As I said, this might look and sound morbid and morose. Morose is the word, but it isn't. I'm in pretty good spirits. I'm just not well. And I'm going to have to deal with it. So you look after yourselves there and one another. And don't forget me. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.